stand at the podium and guarantee the American people they'll never hear Donald Trump utter the N-word on a recording in any context?
I can't guarantee anything, but
What the hell are you talking about? Hey, yo, let's get it! What's going on?
What's up, man?
Hello, world.
We back.
We back for 17?
Yep. What up? Welcome back. Episode 17 of the Hump Club podcast. Fuck me. Got Mike to my right.
Hey, what's going on, people?
I got the lovely Brittany right next to me to my left.
Hey.
She's from the Dating RomanB podcast.
Thank you for visiting us.
Yes.
Here at the lovely Hunt Club podcast.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Let's get right into it, guys. We got Dreams is the Barbie Dreams. Causing quite a ruckus.
I mean,
got people's panties in a bunch.
Nicki definitely went in.
She definitely went in.
She definitely
a lot of people pissed off.
Yeah, she kind of snapped on this a little bit.
It reminds like a How to Rob, like a 50 Cent How to Rob.
Yeah,
but like way more disrespectful.
But it was a flip from the B.I.G. song, the same the Dreams. Just saying, where he did the same thing. Where he's talking about fucking R&B women. Now she's talking about fucking rappers and stuff. I know you're a fake Pac fan, Mike.
I'm a Pac fan. I haven't heard
fake Pac fan, but at least get up on your B.I.G. Be respectful. Be respectful to Ghost.
Albums, most of them.
Most of them.
Rap a bar from Pac right now, not from Hail Mary.
I can do Ambitions as a Rider right now. As soon as I look up the lyrics.
But I wanted to get specifically into the one, well, I guess the one person she didn't mention was Safari, who she was beefing with her ex-boyfriend. She had some words about him.
He using her card to go get bitches. That's apparently what he did.
I think he thought it was free money.
You got a free money card? Anybody got a free money card?
Not over here.
Steven Dwayne, free money card? No? All right.
But I do have some clips from that interview that I want to touch on real quick when we get into it. I think so.
We might have clips.
I said, don't worry. I had $1,000 in my bank account. I said, don't worry. I'll figure out a way to get our rent paid.
Before album deals, before everything.
Before everything. We had no couch. Instead of going out there and working, he decided he didn't want to work. And I said, it's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll book a show. We should just be thanking God that he now has an opportunity to make money and to make a way for himself. You wouldn't have had this opportunity had I known.
Damn. That's some bitterness behind those words.
Do we exactly know why they broke up?
Let that hurt.
I'm not too
go,
sure
Mom.
why. Did she just move on?
I don't know.
Stop fucking with me.
They were together for a while.
They were together for a while, but like if you can still speak on your like ex like that means you still feel some type of shit.
Well, they were together for years, and then after they broke up, she got into another relationship, so she wasn't fully over that whole. Yeah, it was. It was messy.
It's all the way
that
messy.
Was messy.
That was all the way messy.
Said nigga ain't want to work.
Yeah.
Nigga, you playing Xbox all fucking
They ain't had no
day?
couch.
Right. So that gets me to
Xbox on the floor.
My question is, well, one, she sent tweets out too, so it wasn't just the audio. She was sending tweets out. She unloaded the whole clip on that nigga, and she said, "I should have never paid for that goddamn hairline. It fell back out because God don't like ugly." You used me, but God had other plans.
Look, my stance on the Beijing is I'm neutral. You know, I feel.
He had a whole hair transplant though.
A what?
The hairline regenerative transplant.
Like from his ass? I've heard of ass hairs. Like they take ass hairs and put them on their head. Like butt plug. Like.
Wait.
Like one of those?
Why would?
When you say hair transplant,
stop it.
they take the fucking ass
Time out.
and put them on your head, right?
No.
How do you transplant hair?
You're not transferring from your ass.
I don't know. I've heard.
What are you talking about?
Where else do you get the
just
hair
started,
from?
Mike. You already on some bullshit.
Where do you get the hair from? If it's a transplant, that means it came from someplace. They're not going through the morgue picking out hairlines and shit.
Actually, you can get it from like other parts of the head, I guess.
Then you
or
patchy.
Or you can get it from somewhere else. I don't fucking know. I know
Exactly,
you're not getting it from your fucking ass.
To get it from your ass, exactly.
Why is the ass the first thing
know.
you thought of?
Because I'm outrageous.
He's
That's
a
why.
weirdo.
Yeah. Okay.
So she came at Safari hairline, which I think is a low blow. for ladies, they know the two things that could mess with a dude's head is one, you talk about his hairline,
Dick small,
and you talk about how small his dick is.
Despite whatever.
Now, Brent, would you agree with that?
I definitely agree. I've said I've battled with people with hairlines before, so
You go right at his hairline. You know
that's it. I'm just like, where's your hairline? How you're like 25 and you don't have a hairline? What's wrong?
You go like this and automatically like shit.
What's wrong?
Hereditary.
Hey, yo, I got testosterone.
I think the little dick is probably the worst too, though.
The little dick is definitely a low blow.
Because it's stuff that you can't. Well, now with the hairline, you can pay for a new one, but you can't pay for a bigger dick. Like that's just what you're born with.
It's called Black Ant. Get him at every BP in Baltimore City.
Shout out to Black Ant too.
Shout out to Black Ant. Many good nights. But when somebody goes at their ex, my automatic response is like, yo, clearly you're not over it. Clearly something happened to where as though you're still effective, and you have to go at this person with that much, vitriol. Because if I broke up with my girl, I'm like, if I'm done with the situation, I'm done. Like, I ain't got nothing positive and negative to say. That's old, and we on.
Mm-hmm.
Would she talk shit about you?
That has nothing to do with me. We're not together. If she talks shit, that's her.
So yeah. So when you break up, just it is what it is.
Yeah, just leave it. They're like, if in order for you to progress as a person, you need to move on from that situation. You can't get caught up in the emotions that caused the breakup or whatever that happened. You need to move forward, and you diving back into those emotions is not healthy for anybody.
What if you have an album to sell?
Then you definitely do that. So that's another thing. Like, yo, that's clearly what she. I mean, I'm not saying that. Yeah, that's kind of clearly what she's doing. Yo, like because the last album that came out, as soon as the album came out, beefing with Safari again.
Yeah, his name always get brought up when it's press time.
Yeah, it's actually kind of pathetic.
I agree.
For me, because I mean, you broke up a long time ago, then you got in a new relationship, and then the new relationship failed, and then you went to this person and went to that person, and then you're still just battling back and forth with this person. Like, I feel like it's you.
Talk your shit.
I feel like seriously, I feel like it's her because if you you weren't ready to date. First of all, you're not ready to date, so that's why your relationships are not lasting long. And if you feel the need to just keep going or like putting this person on blast, for what? He's not doing that to you.
Unless you got an album coming out.
Unless you got an album dropping.
I mean,
wise words from the dating guru.
Yeah. So it's just like I feel like it's her.
I mean,
it is.
I think it's
definitely. I think she has some issues. I think it's some stuff that.
How long were they together?
At least 10 years.
Like 10
from the jump,
years.
before the ass and all that.
You can't jump out of that.
Yeah,
and get
10
into
years.
it
That's a
like
long time.
That.
That's a long time.
So let's move on from one Roman to the next. You like that?
That was good.
I
give you that one.
Yeah. Can I give myself a round of applause for that?
Yeah, go.
Only because you have a soundboard.
Yeah, I get myself a round of applause. But yeah, we have RomanB from the RomanB podcast. It's on 1500 Radio. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'll give you a round of applause
give her
too.
a round of applause.
Thank you for joining us. You just tell us a little bit about your show, about the show.
Okay. All right. So, some people don't know that I started like a blog first before I did radio. So, one of my friends, my friend Mouse, who was on Relevant.
Shout out to Mouse.
Yeah, shout out to Mouse. Relevant. Yes, Relevant Regulars. So he had like a dating show. And he invited me on to talk about my blog. And then after the show, he was like, yeah, that was great. Da-da-da-da. He was like, so what do you think about having your own show? And I was just like, okay, let's do it. So he was like, I'll give your information to Phil. And you can talk to him. And then when I met with Phil. And then he was like, so when do you want to start? I said, next Monday. And it was supposed to be episode 42. I miscounted when you guys were on my show.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I miscounted. It's okay. I was getting ready to get somebody in trouble, but 42 episodes, here we are. So.
And we had a blast on your show too.
It was really fun.
Time.
It was so much fun. Like, you guys had good energy. It was great.
Thank you.
It was
pretty
great.
positive. Dude.
Shout out to the Crown Royal. But yeah, we always have fun whenever we come to 1500 Radio. You guys are great. It's like our second family. So I know you said you mentioned that you started you start off in the blog first. The dating. Why dating in general?
Well, dating has Okay, so this is what happened. This is how I started my blog.
What
had happened?
Make sure you mention his name too.
That team call out.
Right.
What had happened was, so I couldn't go to sleep. I was laying in bed and I'm just like, I got text message after text message after text message. And I'm just like, all right, let me just put my phone down. And then I just set up. It was probably like 3 a.m. and I'm just writing. Like, 'cause I used to write when I was in college, like I was in high school and stuff. I used to write. So I wrote what was going on in my dating life. It was awful. It was too much going on. Like, people was just lying, like they not over their ex-girlfriend. And I'm just like, all right. So
niggas ain't shit.
Niggas don't be shit.
Now,
they don't be shit.
Where'd you get the name RomanB though?
Roman is actually my son's middle name.
Okay.
nice.
And B because my name's Britt.
Yeah.
So I needed something catchy. So
Yeah, I thought your name was Roman.
no, it's Britain. So.
My name's Taylor Devereaux.
Oh, so I was going to ask you, so the blog, was it in college? So this was the niggas ain't shit in college, or this was high
What
school?
phase was that?
So
Because I wasn't shit in college.
I wrote this blog last summer.
Oh.
So yeah, last July, that's when I wrote my blog. It was a lot going on in July. I went vegan. I wrote a blog.
Are you still vegan?
Vegan, vegetarian.
Veganish.
Veganish.
That's tough.
Veganish.
That is tough.
Strong. I'm strong.
Yeah, especially in Baltimore with chicken boxes, half and hash and shit.
I love a good. I haven't had a good chicken box in a while. I need to go to
fucking
Sonny's or some shit like that.
You live in downtown Baltimore. That's
You
right. You don't
right.
even live near black people anymore, so I wouldn't expect.
First of all, my
it's
neighbor's
like gluten-free
black.
chicken.
You damn
tofu,
right, because it's not good for you.
slices and
GMOs are
shit.
terrible. Did you know that?
Oh my gosh.
But
So what are your long-term goals for the show?
So I still want to continue my show. I'm looking for a new co-host now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to like take a new journey.
because you're doing like having them on and doing like a trial.
Yes, we're doing a trial. So on my the other podcast I'm on many podcasts, guys.
wow.
So
Shout out to the hustle.
shout out to Freedom of Speech. My brothers, they were formerly live from the shop, but one of them engineered my show one day, and that's kind of like how we met.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like, yeah, so you can't leave at 8:00 anymore, right? I was just like, okay, whatever. So I was just on it. So now we're on Sundays from 8 to 10. So the people that I have coming on the show, like who's doing a trial on my show, they are coming on Sunday. First up, I have Bria and Jeremy. So they both sent me like their segments of what they're gonna do. So I'm just like, okay, I'm excited. So I have to get myself a little bit more prepared for it. So
Right, pretty good segments.
pretty good. I don't know.
What's your ideal co-host?
Ideal, high energy. Like, I need somebody who is like quick on their toes. Like, seriously, like who asks really good questions. Like when we have interviews, I interview people every single week.
Right.
So, and I kind of want to add more of a dating portion of it, like more dating stuff on there.
Right.
Versus like the celebrity gossip, like, cause that's leaving. So we need to add something different. I kind of want a male co-host, but whoever is the best is fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, just somebody who can mesh well with me. So
Cool. So what's been your biggest takeaways since the podcast and started from that shift from blog to I guess radio to now?
I would say being more prepared, being more organized. I used to go in there and I used to wing it, and the show would be like all over the place. It'll be okay, but it'll just be all over the place. I'm just like, all right, we're gonna have to stop this. We're gonna have to plan something and make it work. So
Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. Right, Michael?
Say that 3 times fast.
Proper.
There we go. I'm King Wing It, FYI.
Yeah.
I'm
You
King
want somebody
Wing It.
that's gonna wing it? That's Mike for you.
I cannot wing it anymore. It's a disaster.
No.
It's a disaster.
Probably.
All right. So I had a question for you. Since we have the dating guru here, since we have a black woman here as well, I have a question. as far as like online dating, how that's going like with what I've been seeing more because I've been recently single, so I've been going on like the dating apps, the Tinders, the Bumbles.
Plenty
I
of
refuse to
Fish.
do Plenty of Fish. No, that's
Why you cut out Plenty of Fish?
First of all, before I get really into
I've
Plenty
been in a relationship. I don't know nothing
if
about
you go on the
any of
news,
this.
any nigga that's been robbed has been on Plenty of Fish.
Really?
Yeah, and all my friends say all the Plenty of Fish. That's where all the big joints are at. Like that's where all the trolls are at.
Listen.
Look, a shot is a shot. If it goes
And
in,
they
it go
might
in.
rob you, so I'm good on that.
Yeah, you can't. You
Don't
can't
wanna
catch
get
both of
robbed.
those. You can't get.
So I'm leaving Plenty of Fish alone, like Bumble and Tinder. That's where I'm at. Instagram DMs.
That's probably why you shoot your most shots.
Right. So I mean, it's been probably a little less than a year.
Okay.
And I think there's been a transformation, like a progression from mostly white and non-white women on there, so it's been a lot more African American women on there. And I noticed like they don't really like. I guess they're new to it, so they don't really know how to use it, like the etiquette of dating. I mean, I just want to know your
Really?
thoughts on black women becoming more into online dating now. 'Cause I think it's becoming a thing. It used to be a white person thing. Now I think it's more black women getting hip to it and are just trying out, but I don't think they're using it well. I'll give you my thoughts after yours.
So I feel like now we're in the age of social media. It is normal to meet someone online versus meeting somebody like in a bar or just like randomly out. So for me, I've met a guy on Plenty of Fish before, and we're still cool. We're still cool now. I don't have an issue with online dating at all, but I feel like people need to like treat it as if you met somebody out.
Right.
You should have a profile picture that actually looks like you.
Not the glow up. You can't have the glow up.
Not from
Not from-
freshman year of college.
Right. No,
and
no,
you
no, no.
29.
Cause somebody's gonna like you for you. Have your profile picture that looks like you. Have your bio actually be current. Seriously,
Like the actual bio.
the bio, like describing who you are, like what you do, like things you like. Write real shit.
Well, you don't have anything at all.
Just be like, oh, I'm just looking. Like, don't write stuff like that, or
That's
just
some shit Mike would say.
ask
the
me.
Kevin Durant shit. I'm me. I do me. I chill. That's
real shit. What else do you want to know?
Nigga, that's the lamest bio.
It's stupid. Like, don't just actually, if you're gonna take the time out, because some people really take this stuff seriously. Some people are actually really in it to date. So if you are in it to date, then take it seriously. Write your about me, write it out. Right. Have a current profile picture and be open to everybody, because you never know. Like you can filter it for like what you like, the height and all that stuff. That's the good thing about it. Like, but don't lie.
For Plenty of Fish, you can filter by height.
Shout out to niggas under 6 feet.
That's petty.
Yeah, you can filter it.
Never get any matches.
Yeah, you can filter it.
I've never been on there. So can I ask you before you go further, your relationship status before me or Mike say something crazy that might...
He means Mike say something.
Yeah, for myself.
I am single.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Shout out to single ladies. Okay, so you're single. So
Yes.
have you been on those dating apps recently?
Not recently.
Okay.
I've been on Facebook.
How do you feel about people with like no bios? Is bio, no bio, doesn't matter?
If you're on a dating site, you need to have something.
Okay.
Because I need to know, like, okay. And then the thing that kills me is, okay, so Facebook, they just recently did like the little social media, like the dating thing on there. So if my name is right there, why are you asking me what my name is again? Pay attention.
Right.
You gotta pay. You have people, and the thing is, people don't read your bios. They just look at your picture and then they just hop in there.
Right.
Just copy and paste the messages.
Tell me about yourself. Did you not read my bio?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just get a little irritated by that. So I just kind of don't online date as much. But
because my question, well, I guess the observation, like I said, I was saying before, was that I guess there's black women that are coming with more traditional views of dating, bringing it to a more,
like you saying, like since black women are new to the social media dating game, I guess like their stance on it is different than what it is. Like the apps could be primarily like, oh, these are hookup apps, and if relationships happen, right? As opposed to black women just catching this and immediately introducing, oh, this is a way to get to a relationship, as opposed to
it's
like it's.
Because I see the bios, they're like so aggressive, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have certain expectations.
Like I said, I don't want to single black women out. I've seen some other women do, but for the majority, it's like, I don't do no hookups. I don't even know why I'm here. Oh my God. Come at me correct. I was like, and this is, I'm like, what the fuck?
That shit is not, I wouldn't
it's like, you never find a husband like that.
Back on up. Because some women are just way too picky and they don't need to be. But that's how to scare a man away. Because if you are interested in dating and you want to meet somebody, if your thing says looking for a relationship, then why do you have all this aggressive ass shit talking about don't do this, don't do that? Then okay, they're not gonna talk to you. Be approachable.
Right. Everyone.
You have to be approachable.
Yeah.
So
I don't like women talking about they want relationships off a hookup app.
Yeah.
Like you
you don't know me. I don't
gotta
know you.
know Tinder.
If you don't fit your criteria of like fucking 6'5", which I'm not, 750 credit score, which I don't have. Right. But even if you fit that criteria, that doesn't mean you two will click. It doesn't mean your relationship will be successful. Like, so you should just keep your doors open and like just start to
keep it casual.
Yeah,
just keep
but
it
not saying you gotta fuck everybody or meet everybody.
Casual sex, just casual conversation.
You can talk to people and see where it goes. Like,
we're here. We know why we're here. Kinda. I think when you're talking to people on those apps, it's like, we know why we're here, but we're not really going to say it.
At least you know why you're here. Like, I could be here for a hookup and she could be there for a relationship.
But why are you on Tinder for a relationship? It's Tinder.
That's Tinder relationships too.
So I don't have Tinder at all. I've never created a Tinder
I don't have any
account.
social media dating sites.
Shut that up, Mike.
We know you're in a relationship.
Thank you.
We know.
I just think it's funny. That's the only reason. I just think it's funny to say that.
Anyway. So Tinder is just for hooking up, or is
it's a hookup app. That's just like what it's known. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, people new to it don't know. Like I'll say 90% of the time it's a hookup. Like you're meeting and we're going to go out and we're probably going to hook up at the end of the night or within a couple days and then on to the next match. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not Christian mingle. Like I think some people come there with that thought set of this Christian mingle or this is black people meet or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a place to look. I mean, people get married off of there, but that's not really what it's for.
People get married off of Twitter and
hell yeah,
and Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So yeah.
I don't know. I was just always why
I think
women so aggressive.
I don't know because it's funny. I've seen studies where it shows black women are not as clicked on as other races. So
what do you mean? That was mad broad. Clicked on the what?
Like when in social media dating sites. I forgot what study I saw, but out of the criteria that everyone selected, black women were on the bottom of it, and then it was like Asian women and like white women. So I can get why black women immediately are apprehensive as soon as they come into this environment because when we look at today's standard of beauty, it's not black women. We have to do these things like black girl magic or black girls rock because they're not being prompted up in different parts of society, so we have to do it because that is not being done on the standard pop culture side. I get why black women step into
I think they're bringing more of a, like I said, a conservative view of dating to a casual dating site. It's a casual date, even if you don't call it hookup or whatever. It's like more of a casual dating than a marriage type of thing.
Bigger question: are they fucking off Christian Mingle?
I'm pretty sure they're fucking on all the sites.
I think they fucking on Christian Mingle. I think like people say Christian. Yeah,
farmers meat.
They definitely fucking.
They ain't doing
they
nothing.
Definitely fucking.
They fucking out there.
Fucking cousins and stuff like that too.
A lot of daddy uncles out in West Virginia.
So, Brent, I understand you brought some relationship questions, some questions that you usually ask your guests to the show, bringing a little bit of your podcast to us.
Okay. So, what are the benefits of dating you?
Oh shit!
That's not a lot. That's not a long list. That's not a long list at all.
You come with the hard questions and shit. I gotta think.
I need to know. I want to know this.
Questions. I gotta. Mike, you want to go first?
Fuck no, I want to go first.
The benefits of dating me, I think that you get
a lot of light skin poses.
I get the light skin pose only because I'm like legit blind. Like I'm not trying to look sexy. Like I really can't see.
You can't see? You
no,
blind too?
I took my glasses
Team
off. 'Cause they look weird. Yeah, team 4
glasses.
eyes. But
Oh, we
think
all blind. That's so cute. I love it. Okay.
So the benefits of dating me, I think that you would get a very well-rounded person. Like I have interest in everything. I really can't find something I can't relate to or interest I'm not into. I think I can introduce you to a lot of stuff. Always have a good time. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to talk about anything else, but
Like,
yeah, just
do
personality.
you remember those like fucking 80s videos of dating clips that people
Yeah,
put
it was
together?
like, what was that show when it's like three dudes on this side and a woman on the other side and shit? Let's make a date or some shit. I don't know.
Some shit. That's
But yeah, I
fucking
mean,
funny.
I think that a lot of the women I've dated haven't met someone, as well-rounded as me. I don't know. I can always gonna keep you laughing.
Shit, I don't know. That's my girlfriend. Want me to call her?
No.
Say no. I don't know. I think I'm definitely like not an everyday person. I guess I'm pretty unique. I know this because people tell me. Not that I'm definitely funny. I know that because I crack myself up.
Right.
I'm genuine. I definitely can say that as well. I'm loyal. I'm definitely loyal. And that's about it. I don't know. This is an awkward question.
Yes, man.
Why is it so awkward?
Because
It's awkward for me. I was just like, I wasn't
dude,
expecting to get intro.
yeah, like-
Shit, I don't like talking about myself.
Exactly.
Why?
I don't like.
Why?
How do you handle compliments? It's always
I handle
awkward.
it terribly.
I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh,
I'm just trying to be like you, man. I'm just trying to be like you. That's
like
all
y'all
I say.
here, man. Just living.
I mean, that was a good question because I haven't had to, look within.
Like,
Okay.
and really had nobody's
reflective,
asked
not
for
very-
Self-reflection.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
it's not my area of expertise.
Okay. All right. Next question. All right. So, what would your ex say is the reason why y'all broke up?
Fuck me.
I can tell that story if I want. Shit, fuck it. Because
you know, call my ex.
We don't have to call. We don't have to call her.
I can tell my ex
It's like,
story.
no,
Fuck
I
it.
would never.
You know my ex story. What happened with me and so if you call my
You
ex,
gotta remind me.
yeah, because always some shit, right?
Right.
If you call my ex, she would say that I left her for my current girlfriend.
Oh my. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what she would say.
Oh yeah.
Why would she say that?
Oh, you gonna go the whole story? Should I do the whole? Fuck it. Let's do the whole story. So I met Sarah, my current girlfriend, at work, and I was dating my ex, who also worked there.
Oh.
And so my current
Messy.
messy.
Messy Marvin.
Right.
Messy
Mike.
Messy Mike.
Michael.
And so it was weird because not only because we all three worked together. My current girlfriend and I were supervisors, and my ex was the manager. So yeah, put my current girl, and then they both were named Sarah. So
Makes it easy. That
So
makes
it
it
looks
easy.
like my ex, like we were going to break up anyway. So we were at the tail end of our relationship anyway because I get bored really easily, and like after max relationship I've ever had is probably like a year or some shit like that, and we were at that tail end of the year where I was just going to move on, and then it'll be over. But Sarah, my current girlfriend, moved in and started working, and it was at the tail end of when I was already done with her. So it looked like I did break up with her to get with Sarah. It did look
Left
like
Sarah for Sarah.
left Sarah for Sarah, which is messy as fuck, especially at the workplace.
At work.
All
ain't
kind of
shit.
messy. All
You
kind of
ain't
messy.
shit.
It looked terrible, but I was really done with her, like way before I even saw my current beautiful girlfriend. But yeah, she wouldn't have complimentary things to say about me probably. But move, let go and let God. I'm straight. I don't know about her. I'm good.
I'm pretty sure you are. That is a mess.
That's a whole mess.
That is a mess. Okay, go ahead.
Oh shit.
Yeah, mine's
This might be even worse.
my current ex that this I want to talk about a long story.
Yeah, my shit was.
I mean, I'm trying to paint not to make me look as trash as possible, but
but I think in a breakup, nobody looks the best.
yeah, but she broke up with me due to like infidelity at the beginning of the relationship that came out towards the end, but we were kind of on the outs, and one of those male best friends kind of knew something and said something.
It's on
3
site.
years after the
It's
fact.
on site, nigga.
If you see something, say something.
No,
Don't say no. Not 3 years
It's
later.
like niggas had a
Yeah.
whole family after
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that was pretty trash.
He is trash for that. So Yeah, so that it was a past infidelity, like in the very early stages that came out 3-4 years later.
Yeah.
And I want to say we probably on the outs after, that was kind of like, just kind of was the last straw type of thing. But I think it was for me, it was a shitty way for it to come out and for us to break up. But I think it was probably that time anyway. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
So what did he say? Yeah, he cheated. How does he have proof?
How much time do y'all have?
Nigga, hold on.
How much time do you have? I got a whole story.
I got
a
time.
whole story. We got like 20 minutes. All right, so
Nigga, take like 5.
I'm gonna try to
Cliff notes. I need cliff notes.
Yes.
We got other shit to get
Yes.
All right, so me and this dude. This is when me and my ex were first talking.
Refer to him as on site. Me and on
That bitch ass nigga.
That bitch ass.
All right, so we were in a situationship. Me and this guy had a mutual girl that we hooked up with.
Yeah.
I guess that was his more frequent hookup partner. I hooked up with her later on after the fact. I was at the girl's house, and I guess that's when he comes in drunk. He was from DC area. We lived in Baltimore, so when he's in that
DC
area
niggas.
and he's drunk, he comes and hits her up. That's his drunk hookup.
Yeah,
fuck buddy.
yeah.
I guess she didn't tell her I was in town. I was in the house, so
You dick up in
he
here.
came in, and I'm on the couch with her. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This dude is my ex's best friend." I think I already said that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, "Oh fuck!" It's my girl, my ex's bestie just walked in with the joint I'm about to hook up with, and so
Like
he
he
was
both
drunk as shit. So
trying
he
to smash
was
the
like,
same
"Oh,
bitch."
what's up, yo?" We dapped up, and he went upstairs. Like, okay, went upstairs. Did what we did.
Messy.
Messy as shit. So we did what we did. Apparently, everybody heard the shit. So
First of all,
I go to work the next day.
Pat it.
It's a
Pat
small
yourself
house.
way back.
I go to work the next day. I get these texts from her, girl I hooked up with, blowing my shit up. You got a girlfriend? How dare you? Blah blah blah. You ain't shit. Don't ever talk to me again. I'm like, what the fuck? So he told her, he's like, oh my bad, dog. I ain't know that she knew. I'm like, nigga, why would I tell her I had a girlfriend? I had a situation. Like that doesn't make no sense. So we had an agreement later on, like, yo, so and so's my best friend. That's kind of fucked up what you did, but I'm gonna let it go. I ain't gonna say shit. Fast forward 2 kids later, whole serious relationship later. This girl that we hooked up with went back home, and it was what it was. And they were out for her birthday, and at a day party, nigga just spilled the beans. Like
yo,
3-4 years
fuck?
later, like, yeah, I think we were on the outs. I was at me and my girl. We were like in a rough patch. So him being the male best friend, being the snake that they are,
Sucking nigga.
it was like, so hey, how you and Jamel doing? And she said, we doing blah blah blah. We not doing as well. But I just think that you should know.
Oh,
Come on
Right.
now. Like
I just think you should know this happened. I was like, wow. So she comes back home and of course is pissed off, and that's where it ended. But
Like, my thing is, why if that's your male best friend, why don't you tell her off rip?
because
If
they're
you're-
just the ones there to fuck.
Exactly.
He saw his end. And he
exactly.
jumped
They
in.
on a hard. They going through a rough patch. Oh, this is my end.
Oh
Let me
shit.
drop
Yeah,
it with the
that-
truth. That's
Let
some sucker
me
shit.
hit her with this shit.
No, that's some sucker shit.
That's
Okay.
some sucker shit. But yeah.
So Mel and I are fucked up. If you have by.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See what you
noticed.
did.
I've noticed.
I
I've noticed.
We ain't shit, but
It's cool, though.
I've definitely matured
Absolutely.
by far.
Yeah,
Since
absolutely.
then.
How long ago was it?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we grow up.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't have a choice.
Right.
Right.
You don't have a choice.
But I'm just saying, from what we was talking about on your show, like I think I was saying something about what I look for in a woman. That's probably what I looked for a couple of years ago. Like I've matured a lot since then, and what I look for in a woman, and what I'm doing, and how I move and stuff like that. So
okay.
yeah,
Is your
these
whole-
some good questions.
Is your whole
They're
phase
too
on?
good. Shit.
I know, right?
You have another one for us? Or?
I do.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So, how do you know when someone isn't interested in you?
I'm big on energy.
Okay.
So like I won't even approach a woman if I don't get that energy that she is interested in me.
Okay.
Like I'll never shoot my shot where it's just like a cold shot. Like I gotta be warm. Like I'm big on like something is here and so if That's usually what I go based off of.
Yeah, I mean, I think energy is like, am I carrying the conversation? Am I sending you
Facts.
good morning text?
You gotta wait for the
Do I
reply
have to keep? Do I have to keep texting you? Am I? I've double texted before. It is what it might be busy, but I'm double texting consistently.
Are 2 sentences. That's your double text. Usually.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But are you initiating, the conversation? Do you want to speak to me? Like, am I always having to reach out to you? So if that happens too often, then I'm like, all right, she's not feeling me. Like some people are just nice and might respond to your text because they're just nice or they're just bored. But after a while, if that's just consistent, then I'm like, you're not feeling me. So
which is cool.
You just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it might say like the energy.
I mean, that's one thing you
Are
learn.
you being, proactive and trying to talk to me and wanting to learn about me too? It's not just
am I asking you
we're just not
questions about
talking
the
to
past?
each other, but do you really want to know stuff about me? Like I've noticed like recently with dating, like women asking me questions, not me asking them questions. Like, so what do you like?
I think that's a big teller if like we're having a conversation and then I purposefully leave a dry space like, oh, I just asked her like 10 questions on end. I'm not gonna say shit.
Right.
And if it doesn't go anywhere, that means she's not interested.
Yeah. What do you want to know about me? And are you really interested in it? Are you following up and all that stuff? So yeah, definitely the energy in
Yeah. I got sometimes with me, sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'm interested in a person, then sometimes I get real moody and I don't feel like talking. So like I'll still talk to you, I'll hit you up and everything, but it just depends on what mood I'm in.
But we get it. Like if you're consistent, I mean if you're usually, a certain way, it's back and then, people have their days or they might just be busy at work. But if it's from the jump, how you doing? Good morning.
Yeah.
How's your day? And it's just all one way, then like
then if you keep hitting my phone and I'm not responding back or just like you keep calling me and like, oh, I'm gonna call you back and all that shit, like I'm not interested, so why you don't get it?
Some people are hard headed.
Not me.
Yeah, like
I got my pride and
first
shit.
flag I get like, all right, I'm out. I'm not
I
fucking
get it.
embarrass myself by keep shooting the shot. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the next question. This is my last question.
Okay.
So at what age did you start having good sex?
Yeah, when you first start fucking, you don't know how to fuck.
At all.
Good sex. Oh, it might.
I think it's different based on how much experience. Like I lost my virginity at 18, which is late.
Not really.
Mine was at 19. Morgan View.
Shout out to Morgan View.
Shout out to girls at Morgan View.
A whole lot of Morgan View fucking going on.
I remember it was like room 220 or something like that.
So I lost my virginity at 18. I would say I probably didn't get into any serious fucking until like 21.
Okay.
21 is when you start having good sex?
Yeah, because up until that point, it's just like all kind of like one-offs or not consistent. Because I've never had, it's just like
some pussy now. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't had too many girlfriends in my life, so it wasn't like, I'm having sex with this woman that knows her body. And age is a factor too, because you need a woman that knows her body and you know what works for you. So that it all plays a kind of a factor. So I may be overstating by like 21, but let's just call it 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say my last ex, the one that we were just talking about. I met her when I was like 22, 23.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first like real long-term relationship. So I mean, good sex comes with comfortability.
Yeah.
So as we started getting more comfortable with each other, we started experimenting with stuff a little bit more, and then
Mel used the butt plug on himself.
I mean, that's the first time I got my salad toss was in that relationship.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean,
so it was.
Did you have your legs behind your head?
I had my legs right where they were on the bed. They just kind of.
Nigga, that's not an answer.
A little lower than what you usually do.
I mean, as long as you're not like getting your ass ate doggy style, that's kind of
right.
like
No,
that's kind of sus.
Yeah, you like you on all fours,
facing the pillow type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you good, but. Just stuff like like handcuffs and you know what I'm saying, just experimenting with stuff, and it's not just we just gonna do missionary doggy ride and all that stuff, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Just
and it all comes in comfort
getting comfortable with somebody, and then once you get out of that relationship and you use that in other relationships, and age is a factor too.
Age is definitely a factor.
So more older women you're with, then they take the tricks from their relationships, and you take your tricks, and y'all do the Dragon Ball Z fusion shit. Y'all have some crazy porno sex. So that definitely probably like mean,
But sex
me and
is,
her
you know,
were
it's
like
2
23,
parts.
and then we started doing some wild shit. Maybe 25, 26. I'm 29 now, so bring me like last 4 years. It's been like some.
But good sex is not determined upon what I think is good sex. Technically, it's what she thinks is good sex. You know.
I mean, you can be pleased too. Sorry, bro.
I mean, well, that's one part of it, but good sex is not. Good
I mean, yes, you want her to
having
be
sex.
pleased, but I mean,
Yeah,
both of
that's
you
that's
guys mutually have
mean,
your needs fulfilled.
Yeah.
I think that's good sex. Everybody's mind is blown. You know, you getting your candle wax poured on you and shit.
That only happened one time.
He had candle wax poured on.
I was
She had
blindfolded.
fishnets on, pouring candle wax. He had the gag on.
I did not have no fucking gag
He had
on.
the latex mask on.
I
Like,
did not have the mask on. I was blindfolded and handcuffed. Had a little wax dropped on me, but that's real shit. Okay. You don't like niggas don't like the experiment no more.
not with candle wax. I think
Pain is love.
I
Love
draw
is
the
pain.
line. I wanted to ask you this too, where you draw the line at, sexually.
Where do I draw the line? I would say,
Are there lines?
Depending on who you talk to.
Right.
I wouldn't. I would say. I mean, I had a threesome before. That's
Oh,
like been
wow.
there,
Damn.
been
Gun-
there,
shut
done
the-
that.
Shut the.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that. But it's just
Nice.
kind of like I wouldn't do two guys.
Oh, that's a train. That's not a threesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a train.
That's definitely a train.
All aboard.
Whatever.
Well,
Same
can
thing.
you give us a quick backstory on that threesome?
Yeah, let's.
The threesome.
The people need to hear it.
I need to hear it.
Okay, so
that's
the
it.
threesome, my ex at the time. So this is when I started having good sex. I was probably like, I was 25-ish.
Yep.
My ex at the time, he lived in like Overly, and I got out of school at 9:30, and then he had like one of his friends. He's from Philly. He had one of his friends from Philly. She needed a place to stay. I was just like, I was being expected gadget. Like, who is this coming to stay at your house?
yeah.
And then He was like, no, she's cool. Like, she's cool. We grew up together. And I'm just like, all right, cool. So turns out the girl's a stripper.
Nice.
So my first threesome was with a stripper.
Nice.
Shout out to
And
strippers.
Shout out to the strippers.
shout out to them. So
I mean,
she went.
oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. So when she got off of work, she came to the house, and I was there, and she was like, "Hey," to introduce herself, and so we was drinking and talking and this, that, and the third, and so she was dancing. She was like, I was like, all right, so show me what you do. So she was showing me, and I was just like, all right, cool. And then next thing you know, she was like, can I eat your pussy? I was just like,
just get
Gunshots.
straight to it.
I was just
No,
like,
there's a horn and an applause. Give her applause
Yeah,
too.
shout out to the
I was
What
just
club she
like,
work at?
I don't know.
She got friends.
I haven't spoken to her since then. But after that, I was just like, all right, I'm with it. It was cool. Like, it was cool, but she was just very chatty after it was over. I'm just like, all right, so it's over. Are you ready to go home? Like, I gotta go to work.
Wow. You treated like a nigga. and
Damn,
shit.
like,
just-
hey, yo, get the
No,
fuck
but
out.
it's just
Uber's
like, you don't need to
downstairs.
talk so much. She wanted to talk about life. Like, look, we already done did this. Like, let's go. You know?
That's crazy. I mean, I know girls. I've never had one, unfortunately.
Ditto.
Do it before you die.
Man.
Do it before you die.
So I mean, I know with women, you know, when they have threesomes with their significant other, they're kind of like, you know, insecure sometimes about, you know, does he enjoy the girl more? Were you like jealous and he was with her? Or
No, not at all. Like, I was comfortable. I was actually intoxicated, so I was even more comfortable. So
Nice.
it was. I mean, it's something that we talked about. We didn't have.
Oh,
we
okay.
talked about threesomes. We're together for 2 years, so it took like a year for us to have it. So we talked about it. He was like, "Yeah,
God
this is
damn
what
it.
I'm
For
into."
like 3 years, I ain't getting no threesome, man. Shit.
God damn.
We talked. It was something that we talked about, and it happened, and it
And
was cool.
that the only time it happened? It was like, you got your threesome now.
Let's
Leave me alone.
Let's run through every threesome you've ever had right now.
I mean, well, we don't have to go through every one, but I mean, was that the only one?
That was the only one.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good, because you got it out of your system.
Yeah, I got it out. Now, if I would do it again, I don't know.
Did you enjoy
Not-
it?
I enjoyed it. I just didn't like that she talked so much.
But that's
After the
afterwards.
fact.
Yeah,
After the
afterwards.
fact.
But
nobody
it,
likes
but
a
it was
chatty
good.
patty.
It was good. It was cool. So I don't know. But have a threesome before you die.
Sarah, you listening?
Right. That's bullshit, man. Get back on Tinder.
I mean, you can
In my
set it
bio, looking
up.
for a threesome.
Set it
Looking for
up.
threesome.
Somebody will hit you up. They will.
Man, I had so many almost
kind of did.
A lot of guys always have almost.
I had like 2 almost. I had it confirmed with 2 girls, and it still ain't happened.
I had 1 almost.
Both of them said yes, so let's do it. I was like,
And then what happened?
it didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
What happened? Where did you drop the ball?
I didn't drop the
fucked
ball.
up.
I did not drop the ball. I was like, the ball is in your court. I think the young lady was in, but one of them was in like a relationship, and it just didn't work out. But they both confirmed it, and it just didn't happen. So shame. But let's well, we appreciate your questions,
Thank you.
Brandon. Those were some really great questions. Made me sweat a little bit.
Yeah, especially.
Shit, made us dig into some shit I didn't think I was gonna be digging into. But I want to move on to recently. LeBron James has been. I'm fucking with this LeBron James. This,
off the
this
court, LeBron
season
is
woke Bron. That's
I
my
love
nigga.
Woke Bron.
Regular season.
Hold
Bron,
on, let me
I'm
take that
not
back. I don't necessarily want to say I love Bron.
Oh,
'Cause
he's
I
a
love
Laker
Kobe.
now, so you need to love him.
He's still not the Kobe's still the greatest Laker of all time,
That
and still better than Bron.
Who has the most points in NBA history?
Who is 5-2 and who is 3-8?
Who has the most points in NBA history?
The most points in it? Points?
Yes.
Will.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the most points. He's a
Will.
Laker.
I mean Kareem.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, so like I said, I'm fucking with the off-season woke Bron. Like I said, regular season Bron.
Like
But,
this
he's-
podcast is like during the season we don't fuck with Bron.
Yeah. But
Why?
Bron is
He's-
because I don't think
He kind of acts a little fragile a little bit.
exactly. So the shit that Bron does, we don't really fuck with on the court, but off the court, he's been. I mean, recently he's just been
Stand
on
up,
some
dude.
other shit. Like
Real shit.
he's been real on his woke stuff. Recently he had a Black woman appreciation post for I think it was Vogue. They caught a lot of backlash for that. He was just pretty much shouted out Black women. And
Yeah,
that's what
because
they
he
do.
has a daughter.
Right,
That's why.
he's married to a Black woman, has a Black daughter, and he was just showing love.
I mean, just like I was referencing, like Black women, the beauty of Black women is not a popular idea, and it's not something that we hold up. We have to hold it up in our culture, but on the mainstream, that shit ain't held up.
Right. We're definitely taking advantage of. I think Black women, as far as what they contribute, and
Yeah.
the features that they naturally have, or you guys naturally have, that now non-whites kind of artificially make, and then you kind of put Black women down for
Dr.
it. It's kind of
Miami.
just trash. Yeah, exactly. So. Just his uplifting of Black women, he caught shit for it, which was kind of bullshit. Now he has a docu-series coming out called "Shut Up and Dribble."
Yep,
pretty
that's
much
awesome.
about the it focuses on the evolving role of athletes in politics and culture.
But
So-
people need to realize athletes in politics have always gone hand in hand. From Jesse Owens running in the Olympics in front of like one of the high-ranking members of the Nazi Party, to when Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and a host of other
Colin Kaepernick now.
Colin Kaepernick,
Yep.
Kaepernick now, but they have always used their platform to speak on political issues.
Dak Prescott.
That nigga. The hell you talking about?
Dakota.
That fucking Dak.
But
Fucking Dak.
yeah, I mean that, and also I mean just the stuff that he's doing now. Though I think he's becoming more involved in stuff off the court than he has recently, because I think he's gearing up now. He's in a new movie now, Smallfoot. I think it was in.
Oh, yeah, it's
it was
a
like
voice
in the
role.
it was in the Teen Titans
Yeah.
movie previews. He's like doing voiceovers in that. So
He's in Hollywood now. He's going to
That's what-
expand. He's
yeah,
going
that
to
was-
take every opportunity.
exactly, that's what I'm getting to. So now I think Bron is now gearing up for life after the NBA. He's in his 15th, 16th year.
Yep.
This move to LA wasn't because he's in love with the Lakers. It's because now he's shifting to Hollywood, getting into movies, getting into production, documentary production.
Which is a credit to him.
Right, almost definitely. Bron has always thought global, like long term.
Exactly.
Like everything he does is for the long term. So this move to LA, I think, is just more for life afterwards, and him trying to get.
I can say it's both. Because he see them young boys balling.
It's no point in Bron.
He see them young boys, bro.
There's no point in Bron
he see
being on the
them young
Lakers. Like,
boys
nigga,
balling.
why are you there fucking up their rebuild process? Like, no, you want to be there because your son is in high school in LA. You're
Lakers.
right down the street from fucking Universal Studios.
Yo, we were on the trajectory to go up anyway. This added addition of Bron, it does help a lot. So I think he saw the talent that we have, that young talent, and the opportunity to better his life after basketball. Mel has a soundboard. Fuck him. Whatever.
Fuck LeBron.
I agree with that clip,
LeBron. Fuck LeBron.
I'm not saying
I
I'm
don't
not
like
agreeing
when
with
he
this right
whack.
now.
Okay.
I'm fucking with LeBron right
I
now.
fuck with
I'm
LeBron.
fucking with woke LeBron right now. Like I said,
I
I just
love
wanna,
woke LeBron.
Yeah, so I just think, I mean, just you guys' thoughts on him, just like that move, that shift. And I mean, his shifting just like how he's moving now to more of a woke type of activist, philanthropist with the school and everything as well.
The school was amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely thinking about life after basketball. And then LA was that move to kind of finalize it. He'll do his 3 years and probably retire.
I think I'm more appreciative of it, like with him opening in school and him being more socially conscious. It points to something that you want to see from every athlete,
right.
Even though you can't expect that from every athlete because every athlete isn't built like Bron. Meaning like how socially conscious he is, as well as being great on his court, and then being able to take into other endeavors like Hollywood. Not a lot of people
are at
are
a point
doing
now
that.
where he doesn't have to give a fuck. Like he made his money, he got his rings. Like fuck,
You can he can retire and be good.
He can talk shit about Bron. You know what I'm saying? Like what's his name? Lonzo can't do that shit, or Damian Lillard can't talk shit about Trump. You know what I'm saying? He can be blackball, can't blackball Bron. Bron is Bron. He's on his own shit. So I just
like
want to
Beyonce when
give
she
more
took the
props.
Dixie Chicks to CMAs.
Right. You gave him props last episode. Just give him one more prop.
Yeah, shout out to Bron. I always say during the season,
shout out to Bron.
Won't fuck with Bron, but off the court in the off season, we fuck with Bron totally.
Okay.
Totally. He said he suck ass.
He suck ass.
Okay.
So I just want to move on to people. Bron's doing it right for the culture.
For the culture.
For some people we don't think that's really helping the culture out. Some people that's probably vulturing the culture, that's taking advantage of the culture.
I think people definitely use the culture of hip hop or black culture probably to take everything and make a mockery. My definition of probably a culture vulture is anybody who makes a mockery of the culture and use it as a selling point for themselves.
Yeah, my definition of a culture vulture is a person that profits from the culture but doesn't really speak on the issues of the culture. You just kind of you're just doing what you have to do, making the money from the people and the culture, and then you
out
back in your house doing your own thing, counting your money up, but then letting them suffer, not really speaking out on stuff. So do you have a definition of a culture vulture?
I don't really have a definition. I have examples.
Okay, give us examples of culture vultures.
All right, so I would say, let's say Miley Cyrus was one.
Yes.
Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, the Kardashians as a whole, culture vultures. Who else? There's quite a few people, like they benefit from doing stuff that black people do, but at the end of the day, they're not really speaking out about our issues, and it's like you're not caring as much as we do. So I guess that is a definition. Yeah, but my examples and my definition. So all those people.
Yeah, that was.
And Slim Jesus.
Slim G. Dude, people, you can't just. It's not just white rappers, because MGK gets a pass. MGK's not a culture.
M gets a pass.
M gets a pass.
Post Malone. Is Post Malone?
No, Post Malone is definitely a culture vulture. Because he came in on some country shit.
Really?
Country shit wasn't working. Then he went to the rapping. And now he's making his money off of rapping. But like I said, there are people that don't speak on the issues. I think Miley Cyrus was a really good example. She's probably the worst culture vulture because she came in, she did her shit with Mike Will. Mike Will made it. Did the whole basketball shit. Got my J's on my feet and all that other bullshit. And then went straight back to country.
Yeah.
And it said, what was, you remember her quote that she said?
Her quote, she said something about like fucking rap has gotten too like into like materialistic things. Something along those lines.
Fuck rap. Basically, she was like, fuck rap. I'm back to on my country shit after I made all of this money on, with the urban culture.
Yeah.
She's trash.
A lot of them do that. They get the I fuck with black people haircut, and then they get all these black producers to produce all their music, and then after they get so wrapped up and tired of it, then they drop it. They go back to what they did before.
Because black music is popular music.
Rap is the number one genre in the country.
And before that, it was what?
It was like rock. It was like rock and roll, but
rock and roll, its inception has black roots.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, we talking about current rock.
No, I'm just saying, black, whatever's going on in the black culture is going to be popular. It's just that putting a whatever face on top of it translates better to the masses as opposed to keeping it within the black culture. And people will pop in to steal that to get popping, and then go back to whatever the fuck they doing.
So real quick, yes or no? I asked this question to a friend of mine. She said Drake was a culture vulture. Yes or no, Drake culture vulture? No. I personally think Drake doesn't vulture from the black culture, but he vultures from specific regions. So he did the Houston, Atlanta, Vegas shit. Yeah. He did the bounce shit.
Oh, he's Caribbean for a while.
He did the Caribbean shit. He didn't give he didn't invite like Big Frida to the In My Feelings video, stuff like that. So I think he definitely
you think he just
takes advantage of certain regional cultures.
Yeah.
I think makes it his own, makes some money.
I mean, that's a cool assessment, but I don't think he's an overall culture vulture. If he listens to hip hop a lot and then he pulls a lot of shit from within hip hop, yeah.
But what if he came in there with like on some Baltimore club shit and just was like forgot about it, like put like I
would feel slighted since I'm from the area.
So he feels so he's vulturing that culture. Yeah. He might shine a spotlight on it and then he's gone. He doesn't really appreciate it, but he was like, this is something new that nobody else knows about, and I'm a big it up, and then I'm out and I'm on to the next culture. Yeah, that's what I think he is. He does a regional culture vulture type shit, but
I don't like Island Drake. I
like Controller. That was the shit.
When that shit come on,
you don't get your dancing shit.
The twerks
it's good in the
Controller.
club, but when I'm in the car, I don't care about none of that. No.
Controller.
Bring me back. What?
Might go to Red Maple tonight.
Red Maple.
Red Maple. Oh, okay. Sangria.
I mean, I'm iffy. Drake, when he sings, I fuck when he raps, but sometimes when he sings, it's like a little bit like, dude, you trying too hard.
It depends on the song.
Yeah, true.
Before we get out of here, I do want to shout out what we've been drinking. I'm sorry, we were supposed to do it at the beginning, but
yeah, we did.
We got Lemontopia. The young lady, Jamar, she's been doing big things. Young lady, I think she's only 11 years old with her own lemonade stand. Black excellence.
Yeah, black excellence.
I love that.
Oh, most definitely. Let's get a round of applause to Jamar. She's been featured in Baltimore Sun, B magazine about what she's been doing. 11 years old, has her own lemonade stand at the Cross Street Market. Does pop-ups, I think, from 12 to 5. You can check out on Lemontopia Baltimore or at Lemontopia Baltimore on IG. Like, young girl doing big things, man. Shout out to her. And this shit goes very well with Crown Royal.
For the adult. It's cool by itself.
Yes, it's good by itself.
But if you want to enhance it and you're over 21.
If you're an adult, then you want to...
Crown Royal. Shout out to Crown Apple too.
Also, before we get out of here, we want to do a RIP to Aretha Franklin that passed away today. At she was 76. I think she passed. Man, the Queen of Soul, just crazy.
I guess. Do you think we value life as we're getting older? Because like you hear people passing, and when you're younger, it really doesn't hit you.
Right.
And like now that I'm older, I'm 30 now, and when I hear someone like Aretha Franklin has passed, and I know so much that she has contributed,
right?
It's like it hits home a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, because you grew up on her songs, with your grandparents in the house playing Aretha and Aria, Respect and
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Yeah, Think and all that stuff like that. It brings back memories, and for somebody for that to pass, it's just so sad. Somebody that had such a huge impact on the culture and the people that we listen to today. Were influenced by her, and she passed. I think she had cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think she was battling cancer.
I don't know. I mean, that's sad. And then I guess when the celebrities, the people that we like really, really grew up on, like when the Jay-Z's and the Beyonce's passed, that's gonna be wild.
Oh my God! Beyonce passed away.
She is gonna pass away
eventually.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
when Beyonce died,
when M dies.
Not when
when Kobe died.
When Kobe died, shut down the whole entire world for 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 was his number. The whole day. When KD died.
When Steph died. Oh, when Steph died. That shit would be tragic.
It's sad as shit. But just R.I.P. to Aretha Franklin, man.
Thank her for her contributions to music and the culture.
I was going to ask for a fuck y'all we out, but we ended it with Aretha, so I don't feel like that.
Fuck that. We is what he is. I mean, we is what we is. Let's
R.I.P. Aretha, we out.
Hey, yo, fuck y'all, we out. My hair got caught in the fucking mic like 3 times.